All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're breaking down ARK Invest's 2026 Big Ideas report. And let me tell you, this isn't about small, incremental improvements. We're talking about seismic shifts, step function changes that are set to fundamentally reshape our economy. This is about what's next.
Here's our roadmap. First, we'll tackle the main thesis, the Great Acceleration. Then, we'll look at the 5 converging platforms making it happen. We'll zero in on AI as the main engine, explore Bitcoin's rise as an institutional player, and finally, put it all together to see what it could mean for the entire economy.
So let's start with that core idea. The report's central argument is that we're entering a period of radical, almost unbelievable acceleration in the pace of innovation.
And this quote from ARK's chief futurist just nails it. The key thing to grasp is that AI isn't just another technology trend. It's the central dynamo. It's the engine that's making everything else go faster. And that, well, that changes the entire game.
Now, this whole acceleration thing isn't just happening on its own. It's being built on 5 foundational pillars of technology. And the really exciting part is how they're starting to work together.
And here they are. You've got artificial intelligence, of course, public blockchains, think Bitcoin and beyond, robotics, energy storage, which is absolutely crucial to power this new world, and multiomics, which is basically where biology meets AI and massive data. These are the 5 horsemen of the new economy, and they all depend on each other.
This is where it gets really interesting. These platforms are not staying in their own lanes. They're converging, smashing into each other, and creating these incredible feedback loops. A breakthrough in AI, for example, suddenly unlocks a whole new world of possibilities for robotics or for biotech. It's a chain reaction. And this isn't just a theory, they're actually measuring it. ARK's metric for this convergence network strength jumped by 35% in 2025 alone. So this isn't something that's maybe going to happen in the future. It's happening right now, and it's speeding up.
So let's double-click on that central engine we've been talking about, artificial intelligence. You really have to understand the economics here to see why this is all happening so fast.
The numbers are just staggering. The cost for an AI to actually perform a task, what the industry calls inference cost, has fallen by over 99% in the past year. Think about that for a second. We are making intelligence exponentially cheaper, practically overnight.
And you know what happens when the cost of something so incredibly powerful just collapses, right? Demand absolutely explodes. Because of that cost drop, we've seen a 25-fold increase in the demand for AI compute power since just late 2024.
All that demand means we need to build the infrastructure to support it, and that means a fire hose of capital is being pointed directly at data centers. We're looking at annual investment possibly tripling, hitting an incredible $1.4 trillion by 2030.
Okay, so let's look at one of these platforms maturing in real time, public blockchains. Specifically, we're talking about Bitcoin's journey to becoming a legitimate institutional-grade asset. This is way bigger than just crypto. This is a whole new financial system being built.
What's making this happen? Well, it's things you've probably heard about like new regulated products, think spot ETFs, and more corporations putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets. It's all part of this critical transition. Bitcoin is graduating, becoming its own distinct asset class, a kind of digital gold for the modern investor.
And the scale of this shift could be immense. If we just look at ARK's base case, their middle-of-the-road projection, they see a potential combined market impact of over $12 trillion by 2030. And that's just from institutional investment and its role as digital gold.
All right, let's tie it all together. We have all these incredible technological shifts happening at once. So what's the ultimate payoff? What does this all mean for the global economy and for growth?
This chart says it all, really. The consensus forecast from groups like the IMF predicts pretty standard, boring growth, around 3%. But ARK's research paints a radically different picture. They believe these converging platforms could more than double that, driving growth to over 7% a year.
And this isn't some abstract idea. It's fueled by very real massive investments in new infrastructure. I mean, just the capital spending on robotaxis, next-gen data centers, and AI agents alone could add almost 2 full percentage points to annual growth. That's how tangible this boom could be.
So the report leaves us not with a neat conclusion, but with a challenge, a question for every single one of us, investors, businesses, everyone. As these 5 platforms converge and accelerate, how will you own what's next? Because one thing is clear, the great acceleration isn't coming. It's already here.